Hello there everybody, and welcome back once again to Space Engineers. We have committed the ultimate sin by once again touching grass. That's right, we're back where we began, baby, except it's all a bit greener now. Maybe the grass really was greener on the other side. I'm running in circles because boom! Big reveal, there it is, the scarab in all of its might and glory. Definitely not might and magic, that's a much different genre of game. Now, previously we did quite a bit. We built the top of the rover out, as well as the back, giving us this, which I will admit, looks interesting, for sure. We also put these little drone docking pods down and built ourselves a ziggurat, which I'm really happy with. I love his bug-eyed little face. We're gonna have to find more ways to use that. We also have quite a bit of greebling work to do on the front here to clean up these patches. This thing is definitely not ready for export just yet. We also have a bit of a spacing issue. Yeah, that rover, it ain't gonna fit through that hole, let me tell you. So that's something else we got to think about. There were many suggestions. We could build like a little ramp, and I think we've got like a 3x4 space here that we could potentially carve out to build a little descending ramp. The engineering behind that's going to be a bit of a challenge because we can't really fit a piston on either side. There was a really great suggestion on the Discord server for like a hinge here that with a piston on it and another hinge that could then like sort of fold forward and just kind of like gently place it down at an angle. That might be the way we have to play it. Definitely something that's doable though. The first thing we want to do before we do anything today is to sort out our list here. So, we've sorted out the forward thrust, we have sorted out the drone docking bay, and we have sorted out the observer scouting drone. That is definitely all done. I forgot to move this over at the end of the last episode, so let's do that right now. Feels very good to have all that done. Now the forward thrust, I know we said we would have large engines built into the sides here. I just don't think we need it, I'll be completely honest. I think we were getting away without it, and I think I'm going to keep trying to get away without it. Which leaves us only one thing to do on the one-do list, which is finally appropriately named. However, there's a couple more tasks I'd like to add on. Number one is that we need more ice. We need more ice. There we go. Okay, lots and lots of ice, please and thank you, sir. We found the lake, so we know where to go. The next thing we need to do is get ourselves an artillery. Well, we have the artillery turret. I was going to say we need to go ahead and explore that down ship we saw. And then I'm trying to think about the longevity of this series. What are we doing next? What's the next big move for Rover Quest? And we could just keep driving around, but I'd say that we're in a pretty good place. We do need the ramp for the mystery mobile, the magic mobile, sorry. Maybe Magic and I should each have a van. That way we could be men with Ven. That would be great.
That's insane.
So I think in order to explore the downship, I want to take the magic mobile over there. And then, you know, if I'm doing the magic mobile ramp, hear me out. I'm thinking, what if we had a docking point on the ramp, right? Docking point on the minivan for the observer drones. That would be nice. And then the final thing, I think, is that maybe just maybe, Rover goes space? Question mark?
Space!
In order to do that, we would need to build a launch platform. We'd need to build some kind of rocket. And we'd need to probably get even more ice in order to fill up some hydrogen tanks to take with us. That is all things we could do. Okay, but step number one, I think we go get more ice. I think we need that to happen while we're doing everything else. So let's fly over to the lake. It's a perfect sunny day. And we will... maybe survive. Maybe. Whoever knows these days. Honestly, at this point, it's like 50-50 for me, too. Oh god, and I've hit a tree, and we're dead. We're gonna perish. Okay, there's our downed vessel of some kind. At least that's what it looks like, right? To me, at this angle, it looks like a plane with its tail up in the air. And we've seen a couple of those crashed around the world before in this series. So I think that might be what it is, but I actually can't tell. But now that I'm looking at it, it might be a station. Ooh, very cool. Okay, well, let's bring ourselves into land gently and gracefully. I was going to say graciously, but I don't know if I'm grateful for anything. I just kind of want to get down right now. Okay, perfect landing. No notes whatsoever. Hell yeah, boys. Okay, turn on the drills. Send the pistons down. Alright, go get me some juice. Then, next step. I think let's immediately... Well, that's going to sort out the more ice problem. Let's immediately get going on the ramp. Or like the little extender for the rover. And I think the best way to do this is going to be with a cheeky little time-lapse. So let me whip that out. Okie dokie, there we go. We've got ourselves a little bit of a prototype rover lift. Now, was that a lot of work? Yes. Is it going to look really cool if it works? Also yes. This design came from the Discord server. Thank you so much to the user who suggested it. This is pretty much, it's an iteration on their design. I will, let me give them credit right now. Their name is Krogan. Krogan, thank you so much. That was, it was a really good idea. Basically, the simple premise is that you got two hinges with equal angles. So this one's at 40 degrees, this one's at 40 degrees, and then a piston to move between them. And all you're really doing is you're kind of like kinking this one down at the same rate, and then moving the piston forward so you kind of diagonally slide out. It's a really simple, really elegant solution, and I don't think I would have come up with that on my own, so I'm really, really grateful. Now, unfortunately, we can't get the perfect slope. I will try, oh god, dampness. I will try, at the very least, to, once this thing's deployed, to put down these larger blocks there, and maybe we can get a better gradient going. I do like using the 45 degree blocks. Sorry, not 45, these are, what are these, the 60 degree blocks, I think? They just slope a lot better into the blast doors. This is kind of like the ramp, conceptually, but not in practice. Now, I've named those components, that is the hinge, the piston, and the hinge. Those are all called the lift items, so we should be able to set this up. Now, bit of a problem. I have not used a timer block in a very long time. So, this is going to be a bit of a process. So we're going to go ahead and hit start. Now, I think in order to do this, all I need to do is start with the lift hinge top. We're going to go ahead and say reverse. Then we want to reverse the piston. And then we want to reverse the bottom hinge. But I do want to separate these just a little bit. I think I might be wrong, but I think there is a way to set that delay. And it might actually be as simple as just setting the timer delay on the block itself. So right now, so it'll wait a second between each action. Is that correct? Which might be enough. So I don't know. Let's go ahead and try this and just see what happens. So then we're going to want a big old button to trigger the timer. I do not want to respawn. I want to type button. Thank you. Well, you know what? Vertical button. Bring it on. We definitely want one on top and on the bottom, though. So, you know what? That right over there, that's a perfect spot for it. Even blends in. Okay, so you, Mr. Button, you are going to do the timer block. This one right here. You are just going to start, is I think the thing I want to do. So if I hit that, what's going to happen? Okay, so we start sending... I just need to tweak the rates so we don't get stuck. Yeah, I think we need to stagger the timer a little bit. Oh, it's not stuck too badly, is it? Kind of just get stuck a tiny bit there. So I think the simple solution, as goofy as it sounds, I think the simple solution here is to just change this to 0.18, so rather than 0.2. So just take off 20% or 10% speed on the piston, just so it's ever so slightly slower than the rest. And then voila, yes indeed, it does deploy. Okay, that was super simple. It was a bit of a pain to build, not because of the design style. I think the design is really elegant, but because of the way hinges interact, it broke a couple times. I don't know how much of that's going to make it into the time lapse, but it was, headache for sure. Where do we want to stick a button? Because I would like to be able to deploy this from the ground. Maybe we can put on one of the wheel suspensions? Like, I know it's a bit goofy, but maybe like over here? So I could... Up. Yes, I can. Okay. So then, with that in mind, I should then just be able to do this. And it'll start rising. Ah, small problem. I'm not on it. Whoop, thread the needle. Millennium Falcon style. Okay. No. So that'll bring the lift down when I'm downstairs. But if I want to raise the lift while I'm on it, where are we going to put our last button? It's going to have to be... It's going to have to be on the lift somehow, right? Could also just get a remote control block set up for the rover. Maybe that's the... You know what? Maybe that's not the worst idea. Adam, stick that right in there. Great. And you know what? I think I'd like to put a window over that too. Very nice. So then, if I go remote control... Oh, sorry, no. If I go here, remote access, control the scarab... Yes, I should then be able to put that timer block, this one right here, just on a start-stop. And then, if I understand correctly, I should be able to just do that. Yes! Okay, so now I can remotely trigger it. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. No notes. That worked pretty well. This already gets stuck on this space, so I'm not going to change the angle. Instead, we're going to take that off the list. I need to do some cleanup in the... There we go. I need to do some cleanup in the toolbar for sure, but that should be fine. Also, we don't need a docking port for the drone, I realized, because we've got these. We've got the maglev pads, so that's done. Which means it's time to go explore the downed ship. Let's do this. Before we go on our adventure, we're going to want to eat and drink, and I do notice we have 10 kilograms of urine and 14 kilograms of feces currently stacked up in the old Nom's chair. Man, that's a male living spaces be like. Okay, so let's try this to the best of our ability. Okay, small problem already identified. Good thing we have gyroscopes. All right, back it on, back it on. I just don't know if this thing's got the clearance to clear the floor while the rover's on it. Okay, a little hop and skip. Apparently if you hold X, you can jump. This is indeed proves to be true. Come on, lads. Get in there. There we go. Yeah. Whoop. Perfect. This rover sucks so much. It's got some sick tricks, though. And then hit a pause. Okay, cool. We're on. I'm waiting for the time-lapse camera to log back into the session. While we do that, why don't we put some glass over here? I do actually kind of like being able to just fly in and out, though. But I think for the sake of completionism, we should slap some glass panes on that. I've fallen and I cannot get up. There are several glaring flaws with this rover. I will be the first to admit. But you know what? None of them are... They're all beautiful, okay? It's special in its own little way. There we go. That looks pretty cool. It's like a little observation deck. I like that, actually. Alright, so let's go ahead and head down here. Hop in the rover and descend. Remote access, control... Descend. Oh, we might scratch the paint a little bit on that one. No, we're good. We're good. Okay. Whew. Very, very nice. Alright, now to gracefully exit the scene. Okay, very good. This is the worst rover ever made. Alright, we are approaching the silo, and I don't see any weapons just yet. That doesn't mean there ain't no weapons no here, if you know what I mean. So let's go ahead and post up right over there. Gunk. This is, I'm being quite honest with you, possibly the worst rover I've ever used in my entire life. It is so unbelievably light. I think we need to slap some mass blocks on this thing, man, just so that, because it wants to flip on a dime. Alright, anyway, remote access to the ziggurat. Let's go ahead and turn on those engines. Go ahead and unlock. I love how it lifts the whole ship up. That's so funny. And we'll... Oh, actually, yeah, we don't need to unlock the ziggurat, do we? We need to turn the engines off for a second. We actually need to go out, and I need to set up a new command for the rover, which is going to be to tell it to release those docking clamps. There we go. Okay, cool. We are up and away. Just this drone's range is a little limited, to be honest. But let's have a look at... Excuse me? Ma'am? What was the problem? Oh, I've only got a 300-meter range on my antenna. Right. Well, this antenna does not have that problem, presumably. So I should be able to... Cannot take control of target grid. Why not? What's the problem? You're set to 50 kilometers? There's absolutely no reason we should... Oh, I see the one that's rotated. Get scuffed. There is absolutely no reason that this should not be controllable. Okay, this was meant to be a very cool thing, but it's not really working. We're just sort of flying over there. Au natural. Hey, look, it just kicks me out. You know what? Screw you. I don't want your stuff anyway. We're gonna just take the magic mobile. This is the worst expedition in the history of expeditions. Leave it all on the ground. Burn it all down. It's all terrible. None of it works. There's no reason we should be disconnected. There's no reason we shouldn't be able to connect using this. I mean, okay, maybe it's disconnected. Maybe that's a pretty good reason, actually. What is that on the left over there? What is that on the left over there? Okay, now we can control the ziggurat. Never mind, it was my fault as always. What are you? Oh, it's just an unknown signal. Okay, I was like, I thought that was like a little rover we could steal. Oh, you know what we need on this thing? We need a little magnet so we can steal stuff like this. Okay. Alright, well, let's take the drone in. I'm so a little worried there's going to be like a booby trap in this thing, and I don't really want to die. Again. There's been enough nightmares this series. Let's take a little look-see here. Can the drone go inside? I think it can. Should be able to squeeze in here. It's a bit too big. It's a bit too big. Oh well. Okay, we've got a control station of some kind. There's a survival kit. We've got a little bit of... Oh, we got... Okay, hold on. Hold on, there's some stuff here. I wonder what's in those cargo containers. So this is like a little base we could have hijacked and taken over. Oh, very cool. Basic refinery. Ah, so this is how we could have done it. Okay, good to know for a future plan. Because I do kind of want to do like a scrapyard only playthrough at some point, and it's good to know that these do spawn with these kind of... So we just have to get lucky. Okay, okay, cool. Well, let's fly back. And honestly, I'm just going to fly back, you know, the usual way here. Yeah, the rover's in a bit of a weird space, the small one, that is. It doesn't really do anything. Which, you know, that does sort of sum up this channel pretty well, but it's not really the vibe we're going for, I'll be honest with you. And I guess we can go in there with this rover and just sort of see what's going on. Okay, still no explosions, which is, you know, you love to see it. Let's go ahead and park. Pop on out here. And then take a look at what's in this base. I don't see any guns either, which is nice. There might be a battery we could steal here. Busted survival kit. Perfectly fine. Let's hack this cargo container. Nothing in it, unfortunately. We've got a cryo tube, which is pretty cool. I wish it wasn't highlighted red, but, you know, c'est la vie. I guess these are the things it wants us to hack to take over the grid. Okay, we can do that. And then we gotta do this one as well, which is the bed. And the bed... I think if I remember correctly, you gotta kind of just disable some of the pieces. Like, disable that. Disable this. And then wait a second, let the game catch up. And then... There we go. Now we've hacked everything. Okay. So, on this grid, there is no value. Alright, so interesting. So it's kind of just like a blank base. You got some oxygen, though, which is pretty sweet. No, if we do the scrapyard thing, it won't be on a habitable world. We're going to be going onto, like, the alien planet, somewhere where we need to find oxygen, we need to mine it up. We've got, we're fighting against the elements and everything else. Alright, well, pretty nifty. I mean, there's nothing here we really need. I will take the medical components out of this, though. There you go. Silver is hard to come by, and those are worth stealing. Okay, cool. So, well, we found a thing. The thing was not overly important. Right, well, in that case, no more distractions. We know exactly what we must do next. Rover can go to space. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh no! While attempting to mount the ramp, I smashed the battery. How is this thing so fragile, man? Come on! Oh, feels like no matter what I do, this thing just busts itself open instantly. Also, I guess I pooped myself a little. Okay, hold on. Let's grab another battery. Also, I do still think that the physics engine is clanging a whole bunch. Okay, we need some momentum here. Just because simply the whoop, come on. Oh, come on. I swear to God, this rope is in a bit of a weird space as it is. It doesn't really do anything, except be pink and therefore magic. You know what, buddy? You know what? Just gonna grab one of those. Just gonna ooh, bananas. We're just gonna go over here. We're just gonna do one of these. I think perhaps maybe even one of those right over there. Oh yeah. That'll work. That's good. Retract the lift. Cool. Let's go ahead. We managed to explore the downship. Yeah, really glad we made a ramp for the Magicmobile. Super cool that the Magicmobile was able to come along for that journey. Magicmobile works great. So glad we've still got access to it, really. Gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna go ahead, hop in here real quick. I know, haha. Silly Lodge Unemployed sitting in a chair and whatnot. We're just gonna pull forward just a little bit, right? Just completely for aesthetic purposes. And once having done so, we can, let's to mine more ice. That's why we're doing it. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Sure, they'll buy that. Go ahead, turn on the drill. Send the pistons down again. Why not? Send the pistons down again. And you know what? Alleviate yourself. Send back some of all this junk you've managed to accumulate over the past little while. It's not like you need it or anything. And why don't you take a little stroll outdoors without all that encumbrance for a change? It's gonna feel great. I promise you. It's gonna feel so good in just a second. Oh, it's gonna just be the absolute best moment of your damn life. Oh, that was a special kind of catharsis. It's crazy how much of a great... The wheels again. Oh, you know what? We'll leave those there as a memento to the shroom himself. That's all that's left. You know what? That's all that deserves to stay behind. I'm so done. Can you tell? Can you tell how done I am? I'm so done. Well, you know what? Now we've got a cool ramp for us. That's all that really matters in the end. That's all that really matters. Nothing else happened. Don't pay attention to it. So, I mean, with that being said, then we might as well just slap some catwalks over here, right? For us to, if we're going to traverse it, because the Rover doesn't need to. Yeah, it's not like we're, bringing anything in there anymore. So we could do something like this now. Yeah, there we go. Pretty simple, but we've got a little railing system we can get on from various sides. We can hop off, and we can go ahead and descend. And now we don't need to worry about the Rover coming in and out of this thing. We could also put a button on this once and for all, which would allow us to descend a lot more comfortably. Let's go ahead and grab a button. Again, there isn't really any space on the ramp itself, which is fine. So we're going to have to put it sort of over here. Oh, that's so much better. Oh, that's so much better without the eyesore in the middle. Okay, cool. Thank goodness. We're free. We also have too much stone. Bring it out. And the morning has arrived. Excellent. Okay, perfect timing. Let's go and do something interesting with our lives. Okay, so small problem with reloading the game in that every single time I do it, the Rover starts flying away. Whenever the game loads in, the engines turn on. And as a result, we have lost the drills. I repeat, drills down, they're gone. Now, the question does beg itself. Do we want them back? If Rover really can into space, then I just don't know if it's worth the trouble to get them all the way back up. Maybe it is. Oh, what do I see over here? My, a young gentleman in search of a snack. And man, he's putting out some gas, dude. He's moving. POV, you wear Dior Sauvage in public? Please, ma'am, I need a little bit of space, okay? This is an aggressive move even for you. What is on the ice here? Oh god, it's pieces. It's pieces of the mystery mobile. No. Oh no. Okay, now if Rover can into space, then we are going to need that artillery turret. That is definitely something we want. But also, are we going to keep the atmospheric thrusters? Are we going to keep the solar panels? Are we just going to... I mean, if we're ditching the drills, we could ditch the drills. And we could put them on the front, which is what a lot of people recommended from the get-go. We do have a conveyor port somewhere here. And then, of course, I mean, the atmospheric thrusters are doing nothing in space, right, at all. So, do we just cut them apart? I mean, we just got it working. Like, we literally just got it working. No, I don't think we're there yet. I think they stay for now. I still have plans for them. They were temporary. No, stick to the plan. And what's the plan? Great question. Okay, here we go. Now we're cooking a little bit more. What can we see? Not tremendously much, turns out. Okay, I don't like all the banging I'm hearing. What's it hitting? Okay, what isn't it hitting? Just looking at it, sorry. It's so overbuilt. It's so good. Oh man, that's good. Okay, this is a terrible place to have a turret. As goofy as it does look, it's a terrible place for a turret. Mostly because it keeps trying to move back. There's a few issues with the design, is all I'll say. I don't want to point fingers at anybody, but somebody goofed this one up. Okay, so look. I'll be honest. Cutting forward here, that was a bit of a harebrained scheme. Admittedly, I do love. It's very Star Wars. This look. I don't know why. I do quite like it though. I'm gonna have to move that. That's just not gonna work over there. No siree. So do we just put it back up here? Do we just go back to plan A? I don't know. I don't have the answers. But I do know that this is not going to work. It keeps hitting everything else. It's we had to call into the principal's office 3 times this week. It just will not stop misbehaving. And honestly, I can't be bothered to continue to put up with this nonsense. So I think we're going to be filing that one away as a failed plan. I think in general... Oh, that's tragic. I think in general, the idea of the artillery turret is cool, but I think the execution here was somewhat lacking, to put it incredibly politely, because my feelings get hurt so easily. Okay, cool. So, file that one away as a failed job, and move on to the next project. Okay, now, thinking about this, I know a bit of a Chekhov's gun thing here. I know we said launch platform. I think that goes against the very sort of thesis of this entire playthrough, which was no bases. So I think we scratch that completely. Instead, we're going to Kerbal Space Program this. And actually, you know what? You know what's even more in keeping with this entire playthrough? Is forget everything I just said. Rover does not go space. No, I'm not done here yet. Rover goes space? No, I don't think it will, actually. No, what? Rover's not going space. Rover's getting revenge. On who, you might ask? On those smug bastards in the sky. Mocking me with their thrusters and their capable flight patterns and their inability to flip over and destroy themselves on the floor. Well, we're gonna show them why. We call this the Rover quest, because we're not gonna be the only ones on the ground when I'm done. That's all I'm saying. Magic, it's time to build an artillery turret. Go, go, gadget, time lapse. Is that the least cool way anyone's ever said? So stupid. Okay, roll the clip. Hey, there we go. We've got ourselves something resembling a artillery turret. Oh god, come on. The weather now. Whether now you decide to show up after all these years in the clear. Thank you. I mean, literally the clear air. That's, by the way, that's how you do it. Alt F10, select weather, clear weather, yada, yada, yada. At this point, without solar panels, I just don't want to deal with the environment. I'll be completely honest. So, this right over here, this is going to be my little aiming grid built in there. This is going to be our attempt, anyway, at a turret. I was thinking when I built it, I wanted it to look like a scorpion. Sort of like a scorpion sting. It's a little stubby, to say the least. But you know what? It might indeed do some stinging. As long as you don't hope too much. So, something we can do now is put down just a little bit of armor. I did think about it, and I was like, well, we probably want to, if we're gonna go 1v1 against the smug scum, we're probably gonna want to just block up a little bit over here. Even literally just like a single band of armor going down here would really put my mind at ease. Okay, bit of a strange problem. The turret controller's not working correctly. I'm not entirely sure why, but I can turn left and right, but not up and down. That may be an issue with the way this thing is placed. So let's go ahead and experiment a little bit here, but if this doesn't work, we're gonna grind that down and do this the old-fashioned way. Custom turrets are awesome when they work. When they don't, they are more headache than they are worth. I'm sure I've done something wrong here, but I can't exactly figure out what, I'll be honest with you. Okay, something's moving now. Okay, turrets may be a little heavy. Okay, yeah, we're talking the shit. It's okay, it's too heavy. It's too heavy. The scorpion's tail is very cool, though. I say we go for it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hand over control of this to the AI, which is a psychotic decision, don't get me wrong. Because I won't be able to fly the ship and that. There we go. So now, if we put on idle movement, what's it gonna do? I'm interested to see. He's looking around. Kind of. Okay, he's rotating. He's rotating. There's a lot of weight. There's a lot of weight on that hinge. Probably should have used a rotor. So look, I mean, the scorpion's tail would have been better on the back, I'll be the first to admit, but I think we've got a kind of a poised to strike kind of look going on here. At least that's what I tell myself at night. Okay, so now we're waiting for the next smug bastard to spawn in. While we do so, we can see how this thing handles with all of this stuff intact. Oh, and also we need to make some. We need to make some parts. I see we don't have any. We don't have any artillery shells for some reason. Make me 100 of those. Oh, it's because they take uranium. Oh, well, that's a bit unfortunate. Okay, so did we get any shells? We did. Okay, so we got a few shots available to us here. Then we're going to want some Gatling turrets to deal with their missiles for when, and I do mean when they shoot at us. So let me go put down a few of those. Don't have much in the way of exposed ports on this ship, I'm not going to lie. Do you know what? What better place than right here? We're bootstrapping this bad boy for war. We managed to go this far without acts of incredible violence, which for any of you who know this channel will know that that is way off brand. We gotta get on this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, now that's looking a little more largely unemployed. I must say, as time has gone on, I've become less and less fond of the shape of this rover. I think it suffered a bit from project creep. Also, I put a gigantic window where the drills used to be. I thought that was just a nice little thematic touch. Okay, so, fun fact, I need something to shoot at. I would like to take a little sneak peek at what's atop that there mountain. Maybe get ourselves a nice little perch from which we can ambush the smug fools who dare to defy us. What is happening with the grinder arm? I'm a little worried. You know what? Don't look at it. Don't look at it. It can't hurt you. Flying with this thing is so terrifying. It's so scary. I can't quite describe it. It's somewhere between the feeling of like when the roller coaster is about to go over the edge and the feeling of like seeing a home invader with a shotgun in your bedroom door. Like there's no goodness about it, except the expectation of sudden and immediate thrill. But I mean, it's just not worth it if you ask me. Also, what is loose inside the ship with me? Oh god, they're in here with me. Oh wow, it's rested itself nicely over there. Okay, well that's polite. Now, I know atmospheric thrusters do lose effectiveness the higher up you go, but I don't know if this mountain is going to be high up enough for that to be a problem. I don't think this is too high. I don't know, man. That's pretty high. God, that's a cool shot with the moon in the background, though, hey? According to all known laws of aviation, rovers should not be able to do whatever the hell this is. I don't know why Richard Nixon apparently did a cameo in the B movie there, but whatever. Also, is that true? Is that true that according to all known laws of aviation, bees should not be able to fly? Is that true? Because we need to refactor them laws. Because, I mean, I've seen them. Also, I have a bit of a problem here. Which is that we are not making it up Everest, baby. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. I need you to slow down. Sir, ma'am, please, slow down. Come on, baby, come on. Thruster, thruster. Just let me land. Just let me land, daddy, come on. I just want to go up. Yeah, the thrusters are I think it's just too high for him. Ooh, I'm thirsty right now. This is not the appropriate time for that to be a problem. That's all I'm saying. I don't know how high up we are here, but I'm a little disappointed. I thought maybe we'd be able to get to the mountains with the thrusters. Fortunately, we just can't. Okay, so you would not believe they did not put a rover on Everest. It didn't happen. Okay, they may have placed a rover on the false peak, though. Okay, unfortunately, the grinder arm on the left there is clanging us to the right so hard that I genuinely have to tilt the whole rover just to slow it down. Like, it's imparting, like, a crazy amount of ghost force rightwards. Okay, so we're gonna try and land now. I think we made our attempt. We failed to summit Everest. C'est la vie. These things happen. I think now what we do is we perch atop our ambush crest here. We blend in with the snow even. It's perfect. Hey, you know what? Moving around with the thrusters is actually pretty cool, man. They work pretty well. Definitely speed things up a bit. Much faster than the old wheels. Okay, but now I think what we do, hear me out, we turn off those thrusters for a moment, and then we post up right over here. And we decide what our next move is gonna be. I feel like step one should be figure out whatever's going on over here. What you doing, buddy? Okay, that appears to have helped. Yeah, look at that. Anyway, I'm gonna sit here and watch the sunset with my boys. That's my boy over there. His name's Stan. He's a loose piece of debris with an eye. Oh my god, it's an eclipse too. That's pretty cool.
I don't really know what comes next. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out. Everything just feels like a test that I fail, so depressed.
On the alarm, gamers, we got one. A smug scavenger Omnicron, allegedly, in the distance. Okay, let's get this bread. And by bread, I mean, let's go commit mortal crimes against our enemies. Okay, begin the rotation procedure. It takes a moment. Okay, I waited 47 minutes for this thing to spawn in. Okay, I have 2.5 hours a week to record. I would like you to understand how much of the budget this has taken up. Okay. I want you to know, Mr. Omicron, that I am currently 23 minutes late for work already, and it's just getting worse. Let's go get this bread, boys. As far as I can tell, this is going to be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be great. Please, dear God, I hope that artillery turret actually works, or we're cooked, man. I did go in and reassign the turret to use the cannons. They weren't selected as tools, and it despawned. It despawned.
But something deep inside won't let me quit.
Fly, my pretties, yes. Yes, carpe testiculum. We shall, this one's all ours, boys. Okay, the smug cadet, not for long, bucko. I see a little bit of a silhouette of, is that damage? He's already damaged, or he's just polluting the sky? You filthy so-and-so. Alright, can I control the vessel? I can. But I appear to be falling out of the sky. Okay. So, we can control the vessel, but we're gonna get momentary control. Understood. Okay, pick up some lateral velocity here. We gotta get closer before this lad despawns. Hey, large unemployed, get lost. Hey. How about you take one of these and call me in the morning? It didn't. Are you kidding me? The guns aren't shooting. Oh, you son of a beeswax, man. Come on. I just had them working. Oh. I don't want to have to do this with Gatlings, but we may have to do this with Gatlings. Okay. Now you shoot. Oh, come on. Just when I wasn't lined up, I was just checking if it worked. Okay. That's out of range. I think. Yeah, we got to get a little bit closer. We got to get a little bit closer to him. Okay, this time we're going to get within, I want to say, 600 meters. That means we will be taking fire. But I need to hit a shot on this guy. I have to do it. This one's for the boys. Come on. He turned. He's running. Damn cowards. Okay, here we go. We're within a kilometer. Need to get a little bit closer and we can hit this guy. Okay. Target's locked. I've right-clicked. Oh my god, the artillery turret's actually fired. It missed horrendously, but it did something. I'm so proud of it. Come on, baby! Get in there! Actually shoot him. Please, I'm begging you. Please do something. Please just shoot. Please do anything at all. Oh god, it's reloading. It's still reloading. No, you stupid bastard. Come on. No! Come on. Please, Scarab, please. I've got 10 minutes. I've got 10 minutes of power. We can do this. I believe in you. You just have to shoot at the enemy, please. Okay, one more strafe. We got one more strafe. If this thing despawns, you know what? Fair cop governor, you got away. Oh, I just want to get one hit off. One singular hit, please. Wait, did he lose power? No way, right? There's no shot. How did he turn off his antenna? Can they do that? Is that legal? Nope, they just despawned. Okay. Well, you know what? I know when I'm beat. Clearly, it's a little bit on fire. Oh, man. The worst turret in history misses, so shocks no one. Audience completely unsurprised. Alright, you know what? Take me back to where it all began. Take me back to the lake. And with that, everybody, I guess I have a huge and really heartfelt thank you to say to all of you for all the support on this series, all the love, all the suggestions, all the comments, all the great times we had. It was predictably anticlimactic, predictably terrible, the Scarab will be made available to you if you want it on the Steam Workshop. So let me know down in the comments if anybody actually wants this thing, and I will gladly put it up. This is it. This is the Scarab touching down for the last time. And I'm really, really grateful to everybody who's joined us for this journey. This is also serves as a bit of an announcement. If you're watching this in 2024, then this is probably still correct. But Magic and I are going to be changing the way that we make our videos going forward. Doing series like this is really fun, but it's quite difficult to keep the momentum going. On my side, I get kind of bored of them, and if they're not doing well, we kind of get stuck with them. This series was doing fine. It was completely great. But and by the end of it, it was a bit of a slog to get these episodes out. This has really been breaking very badly. So instead, what we're going to start doing is more sort of one-off videos on a particular topic, some tutorials, things like that, just exploring different kinds of content while the channel's still small enough to be a hobby. So yeah, if you do like the stuff we do, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you get notified when we upload. The YouTube algorithm is going to bury some of this content because it won't be Space Engineers related. So if you don't want to do all the other stuff, just check in on the channel every couple of weeks, maybe a couple months, and I promise you'll find more stuff to enjoy. Thank you all so much for being a part of this. And for the very last time, we'll see you in the next one. Cheers. You made it to the end of the video. Congratulations and thank you. That puts you in the top 3% of viewers. Here's another video that YouTube thinks you're going to like, and here is a list of all the patron and channel member names. If you don't see yours on there, you can find a link down in the description where you can sign up and support this content directly. If your name is on there, well, you probably already know that, huh? So, what are you still doing here?